Welcome to Brainish English Stories.
I think if I had not loved Ruth Carson so much, I would not have been so angry at her. She was my first friend. She had no sister, and I had none, so we believed no sisters could be closer than us. Ruth had black eyes, big, serious, and beautiful. Sometimes they looked proud, sometimes kind. I had yellow hair and blue eyes. We always wanted to wear the same dresses and hats. Our mothers gave in to our wishes. Sometimes, Ruth's dark skin did not match my pale blue clothes, and her red and orange dresses made me look too bright. But we did not care. If one of us got a new dress, the other had to get the same. We studied from the same books. Ruth was better at math, so she helped me. My eyesight was better, so I helped her find places on maps. We played together every day. Our faces were as familiar in each other's houses as in our own. People called us the twins for fun. We were everything to each other. Then we had a fight. I don't remember what started it. It was a small thing at first, but words can be wild. One thing led to another until Ruth's black eyes flashed, and she shouted, "I hate you, Sue Morrison." My anger grew. My temper was different from Ruth's, slower but stronger. I loved her more than anything, but in that moment, I hated her too. I looked at her. She was beautiful, with her red cheeks and bright eyes. I wanted to hug her or yell at her, but anger won. I said slowly, "Fine, Ruth Carson. I will not bother you again. I will never speak to you again until I see you dying." I don't know why I added that last part. Maybe I knew I could not let her leave this world without saying one kind word. Ruth turned pale. Her eyes lost their light. She did not answer. She only looked at me, then turned away. For the first time in years, we walked home on opposite sides of the street. At home, my mother asked, "Where is Ruth?" "Gone home," I said. I could not tell her about the fight that had changed my whole life. My mother noticed, but since I did not talk about Ruth, she stopped mentioning her. I felt alone. The next day at school, Ruth tried to speak to me. I looked at her but did not answer. She sighed and walked away. And again, we went home alone. Sometimes I found a bunch of roses on my desk. Our fight had happened in June, when all the roses were blooming. Later, I found apples or peaches in my desk. In the fall, I found chestnuts. But I never touched the flowers. I let them dry. I gave the fruit to others, pretending I did not know where it came from. Ruth watched me and sighed, but after the first day, she never spoke to me again. I think my silence had hurt her too much. It felt so strange and sad to study alone. Math was so hard without Ruth's help. And Ruth struggled with maps, holding them close to her nearsighted eyes, trying to find rivers and mountains. After a few days, I was not angry anymore. I did not feel bitter toward Ruth. But I had promised never to speak to her, and I felt I had to keep my word. It was like a promise I could not break. Also, my pride would not let me speak first or show that I was sorry. Our teacher asked me about the fight, but I stayed silent. Maybe he talked to Ruth, but I never knew. In late fall, we had a school break during Thanksgiving. My mother watched me, maybe wondering how I would spend my time without Ruth. But I did not show my sadness. I kept busy. I read books, did needlework, and wrote poems in my notebook. One thing I did not do, I did not take a new best friend. Some girls wanted to be close to me, but I kept them away. I think Ruth did the same. Each of us stayed alone. Sometimes, Ruth's dark eyes looked at me with a sad, questioning expression. It almost made me cry. School started again in December. Ruth wore a new red dress. It reminded me of the little red roses in my grandmother's garden. My new dress was blue. For the first time in years, we were dressed differently. We were no longer the twins. Ruth looked serious. She did not laugh anymore. When it rained or snowed, we stayed at school during lunch, but we never joined the games. When winter came, we both went skating. The whole school, even the teacher, skated. Ruth and I were among the best. Before, we skated together. Now, like everything else, we stayed apart. The pond was a beautiful place in winter. On cold afternoons, it was full of boys and girls skating. On one side, there was a steep hill with tall green pine trees. On the other side, large snowy fields stretched far away. The ice in the middle was smooth like glass. Children wore colorful hats, some red, some bright and cheerful. Some skaters were fast, making fun moves. Others were just learning and kept falling down. I loved skating. The cold air felt fresh, the fast movement was exciting, and I enjoyed the fun. I also loved watching Ruth. By now, I was not angry anymore. My heart was full of love for my old friend, though I did not want to admit it. Wherever she went, my eyes followed her. She looked so pretty in her red skating dress. Her cheeks were pink from the cold, and her big dark eyes shone like stars. One day, the weather was perfect. The sky was clear, the ice was smooth, and the air felt fresh. I ate my lunch quickly. I wanted to skate as soon as possible. As I was leaving, my father called out, "Be careful on the west side of the pond, Sue. They have been cutting ice there." When I arrived, the teacher also warned us about the danger. I looked around but did not see Ruth at first. Then she appeared, looking like a bright red bird in the winter landscape. As always, Ruth and I skated apart. But slowly, I moved closer to her. I did not know why. I did not plan to talk to her. My pride still kept me away. But something pulled me toward her. Suddenly, Ruth skated away fast. She was going toward the dangerous west side of the pond. I think I shouted, "Come back! Come back!" But she did not stop. Maybe she didn't hear me. Maybe she ignored me. I looked around in fear. No one else was close to her. I called for Mr. Hunt, the teacher. I thought he turned when he heard me, but I didn't wait. I skated after Ruth. In that moment, all my love for her came back, strong like a flood. My pride and anger did not matter anymore. I only knew one thing: I loved Ruth. And if she died, I wanted to go with her. Suddenly, there was a loud splash. I saw Ruth's red cap for a moment, then it disappeared under the ice. She was gone. I was very calm. Even now, I don't know why. Carefully, I slowed down and lay flat on the ice near the hole where Ruth had fallen. The ice was strong, cut into squares, so it held me up. I looked down. Ruth was rising toward me. I reached out and grabbed her, though I don't know how. At that moment, strong hands grabbed my ankles. Someone was helping me. I held on to Ruth until others pulled her out. After that, I remember nothing. When I woke up, I was in my own bed. It felt like I had been far away on a long journey. Slowly, my memory returned. I shivered, remembering the ice, the cold water, and Ruth sinking down. I cried out, "Ruth, Ruth, where are you?" Then I turned my head, and there she was. My Ruth lying beside me. She held onto you so tightly, we couldn't separate you, my mother said. But I only looked at Ruth. She was so pale. My heart pounded. Was she dying? I held my breath and watched her lips. Then her eyes opened. She lifted her weak arm and tried to put it around my neck. I leaned close and we kissed, a kiss full of love and forgiveness. Ruth whispered, "I was only half a girl without you. I would rather have died than lost you forever." Tears filled my eyes. "I thought you were dying. I would have followed you into the water to bring you back. That was our first and last fight. We never quarreled again."